I'm hoping for either next weekend or early October, one of my favorite fall activities. And we have much more in store this morning on the Today Show. Here's Chanel Jones with a look at what's ahead.
This morning on the third hour of Today, have you ever heard of shoulder season? We're going to tell you why it could mean big travel deals. Then a fun dance workout and start today. And mother-daughter fashion trends in our style file. That's all this morning on the third hour of Today.
Yeah, it is fall when summer ends and fall begins, and that shoulder season. People like to travel during that time, do all the things. I'll see what they have in store.
That's right. I can't wait to see it.
All right. We thank you so much for being with us for Early Today. I'm Frances Rivera.
And I'm Jessica Layton. Have a great Monday. We'll see you on Tuesday morning.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, call Crocker Law Firm.
Car wreck? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. After a car wreck, what does it mean when we say, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done? It means making the insurance company do what's right. It means getting a powerful law firm on your side, one with a proven record of success. And it means the peace of mind of never paying us a fee unless we get money for you. So if you've been injured, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Hey, Western Kentucky, we've got a look at the last Titans game, a preview of the next Titans game on the Mike Vrabel Show presented by SeatGeek. Come hang out with us.
Watch the Coach Mike Vrabel Show Sunday mornings on WNKY CBS 40. The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Welcome to News 40 Sunrise. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm continuing to track a mostly dry stretch of weather, but some much-needed rainfall is on the way for this week. I'm all tracking that just ahead. Your News 40 Weather Authority full forecast. News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise. It's Baby Safety Month, and new data from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission shows that young children are still dying from unsafe sleep environments. We'll take a look at the data and find out how you can keep your baby safe. Then, we'll have the latest details on what's going down at Capitol Hill as a government shutdown is still looming on the horizon. Plus, the UAW strike expands, with President Biden now saying he's to join members behind the picket line in Michigan. We'll find out what this means for car dealerships. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. Today is Monday, September 25th. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's go straight into our top stories. One organization spent their weekend looking to get you involved in spreading the word against suicide with an annual walk. On Sunday, the 11th annual Suicide Awareness Walk, better known as the Out of the Darkness Walk, kicked off. The Out of the Darkness Community Walk is a journey of remembrance, hope, and support. One organizer sat down with News 40 and shared with us why this walk means so much to our community and why we need it more than ever.
People are talking more about mental health since COVID. People are asking hard questions. They're talking more to their kids. However, it's still the second leading cause of death between the ages of 10 and 34. I mean, that's a huge number.
Simpson says the goal of this walk is to unite our community and provide an opportunity to acknowledge the ways in which suicide and mental health conditions have affected our lives. And if you or someone you love are struggling in the fight against suicidal thoughts, we want you to know that help is out there and it's closer than you may think. If you're looking for any nearby resources, you can call the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. That number is as simple as 988. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline has several other numbers that you can call. Those can be found now on your screen. They have a number for English and Spanish speakers, as well as resources for any deaf or hard of hearing folks. And if you're not able to call, you can text or talk to a trained crisis response operator. All you have to do is text HOME to 741-741. And our community stayed busy this weekend as the Family Enrichment Center held their annual Yellowstone fundraiser. Saturday, so many of you came out for the Family Enrichment Center to help raise money for their foster adoptive program and help them support local families with food, games, and music from Tyrone Dunn and Kinfolk. It was a night of fun in the name and for a great cause. One official with the Enrichment Center sat down with News 40 and let us know exactly who's benefiting from the money raised at an event like this.
Tonight's event is actually going to benefit our foster adoptive program and support the local families and with training and just support for children who are in foster care.
To find out all the great events that this organization does, you can visit their website at familyenrichmentcenter.com. And local nonprofit Phoenix Rising is advocating and empowering sex trafficking victims while shedding a light on common misconceptions about how victims are trafficked. Many people have gone viral on social media platforms saying marks were left on their cars, they believe by people wishing to abduct them. In reality, many times those marks have been left by the car dealership before they purchased the vehicle and just never noticed it, leading to many misconceptions about how people became victims of sex trafficking. A board member with Phoenix Rising says most people assume these crimes are committed by strangers, but that's simply not true. The majority of human trafficking situations are familial and can be closer than you think.
We try to help people understand that no, this is happening in our communities, in our backyards. Children that you are seeing go into our local schools, that these things are happening to. And oftentimes, even the children that are victims don't necessarily recognize themselves as victims.
Yates also shares that there are many resources offered for people to learn how to communicate with victims. Visit our website, WNKY.com, for more information about Phoenix Rising. Now let's check in with meteorologist Darius Mack for a look at what's happening outside our front door. Darius, how's it looking on this Monday?
Well, we got some clouds to start out this morning, Ashley. You're going to notice heavy cloud cover across this region this morning, but we should expect those clouds to filter out as we go later throughout the day, giving way for brighter things as we go later throughout this afternoon. And by brighter things, I mean sunshine. As far as things go, though, temperatures into the 60s right now, 65 currently in Bowling Green, 63 in Scottsville. Franklin also checking in at 63 degrees. So we're generally seeing those numbers into the low to middle 60s this morning. Winds on the light and calm side, as you know, we got a calm wind locally in Bowling Green, but we are seeing some showers out there, even with those clouds there towards Ohio County, Grayson County, even on to portions of Hart County. This is also drifting towards the north and east, just generally seeing those light showers, maybe even some light sprinkles out there this morning. This is pretty much as exciting as things get today as far as the rain goes. We still have that trough that is just off towards the west. That is going to drift towards the east as it does so. We should expect more in the way of sunshine as we go later throughout the day today. As we plan things out over the next 12 hours, temperatures today right around the low to middle 80s this afternoon. Notice we're going to be tracking more in the way of sunshine as we go throughout this afternoon. Your full forecast coming up a little bit later. Weather the 4 is brought to you by Deborah Bros, attorneys at law.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green. Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher. Are your basement walls bowing or cracked? USS is here to help. Cracks along your basement wall are telltale signs moisture is collecting in the soil against your foundation, causing the weakest point of your wall to bow. USS has the support you need with our innovative Invisibeam. It's the strongest carbon fiber strap on the market and the only one ICC certified with a lifetime warranty. Visit USS-KY.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
My brother Tim was paralyzed at Disney World. We got to see what happens when you're poor and you got a big injury, and we ended up hiring the wrong lawyer. When I see these clients in my lobby, I see my brother Tim, and I don't want him or them to ever have that kind of representation. I want them to have their best chance of winning and the best chance to put their life back together the best way they can.
Mom.
Also, we added you to our new Spectrum Mobile plan, okay?
I'm good. He's not gonna be calling.
At Spectrum Mobile, you get more with your mobile.
What's my shoe size again?
You're an 11.5.
He wants to come home for Thanksgiving.
No, you're not allergic to shellfish.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Honey, we're at dinner. If you think of anything, just text me.
Get more than just mobile. Get the value of Spectrum Mobile with Spectrum One.
Now some breaking news.
FanDuel is coming to Kentucky.
America's #1 sportsbook, FanDuel, is going live soon.
I'm pumped. Let's go. America's #1 sportsbook is headed to Kentucky. Get $100 in bonus bets when you sign up today.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise. It's 8 minutes past the hour, and now time for Living Well, brought to you by Spring Hill Pharmacy. It's Baby Safety Month, and new data from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission shows that young children are still dying from unsafe sleep environments or misuse of nursery products. In today's Health Minute, News 40's Morgan Hoover takes a look at the report and has more on how to keep babies safe.
It's a silent danger. Accidental suffocation can happen when babies aren't kept safe while sleeping.
Oftentimes, people are focused on getting their child to sleep and not on the environment that children are sleeping in.
In a new report, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says there are more than 160 nursery product-related deaths every year. Many deaths happen because of unsafe sleep environments, including having a sleep space cluttered with things like pillows, blankets, and comforters.
We like to say bare is best. So putting them without pillows, without blankets, without plush toys.
Between 2018 and 2020, there is also an annual average of 15 deaths associated with inclined infant sleepers. To keep your child safe, use products intended for sleep that meet federal requirements, like a crib, bassinet, or other firm, flat surface. And if they fall asleep elsewhere, move them to that safe space. Put nothing but a fitted sheet where the child sleeps. Place the baby on their back and check saferproducts.gov for recalls.
It shouldn't be recalled products in the stores, but a lot of times people are ending up buying things secondhand and taking the extra step to make sure that the product you're looking at hasn't been recalled is really important.
The report found African American children are disproportionately affected by nursery product-related deaths. The CPSC says awareness is critical.
COVID-19 hospitalizations for children are on the rise. Federal data shows nearly 1,200 children were admitted to the hospital with COVID during the week that ended September 9th. That is a five-fold increase over the past 3 months. About half of admissions were for children younger than 5 years old. Still, coronavirus admissions among children are below previous peaks. Coming up next on News 40 Sunrise, a government shutdown is still looming on the horizon. We'll find out what lawmakers are proposing to do to prevent this.
Plus, I'm tracking a fantastic weather day underway with a few clouds this morning, but some sunshine is on the way. That all just ahead in my complete forecast.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Jeez. Hey, Trent. What's going on? You've been here for 7 hours.
I'm having problems with the sun. This ain't. I'm coming back tomorrow.
I should have called JB. Trent. Gee.
Should have called JB Electric. At JB Electric, when it comes to electricity, we don't mess around. Make the right call. Call JB Electric.
Injured in an accident? Let Flora Tappan and Stewart fight the system for you. Get the results you deserve. What does it mean when Flora Tappan and Stewart says fight the system? It means personal representation with top attorneys. We fight for you against big insurance and pay only if you win. So if you're injured, let Flora Tappan and Stewart accident injury lawyers fight the system for you.
One is Superior Dentistry. Superior Dentistry comes standard at Chandler Park Dental Care. We're dedicated to providing you and your family with the highest standard of care. We are equipped with the most innovative and advanced technologies in dentistry. We've created an atmosphere that is judgment-free and comfortable to help you forget you're even in a dental office at all. We are a place that treats you like family. Give us a call to set up an appointment today and experience Superior Dentistry at Chandler Park Dental Care.
Get a little spooky with your favorite pup at the inaugural Pupkin 5K Run and Walk, October 28th at Buchanan Park. Sign up for early bird registration now and receive a free t-shirt and pumpkin. For more info, visit warrenpl.org.
News 40 is broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green. Join us weekdays for the latest news, sports, and weather from across the region. News 40, because local matters.
With the deadline to fund the government less than a week away, deeply divided House Republicans worked through the weekend to find a path forward and avert a shutdown on October 1st. If the government shuts down, millions of federal workers face delayed paychecks, including many of the roughly 2 million military personnel and more than 2 million civilian workers nationwide. Drew Petromo reports from Washington.
With the federal government set to run out of money, a group of House Republicans worked through the weekend to avoid a shutdown, but there are still no signs of a deal.
So I don't want to see a shutdown, but there is no doubt in my mind that the country is headed for a shutdown and everyone should prepare as such.
A new budget is stuck in the U.S. House as hardline Republicans demand steep spending cuts.
This dysfunctional Washington cannot continue. That's why folks like me, we're sticking to our guns, and all of a sudden we're the bad guys because we want to balance our budget.
Democrats and the Biden administration are warning of dire consequences if a deal isn't reached. Federal law enforcement will work without pay. Thousands of kids would lose access to government pre-K. Small business loans would be in jeopardy, passport offices would shut down, and food safety programs would be affected. Federal employees and military service members also won't get paychecks.
The most frustrating thing, of course, is that the president and the administration have a responsibility to make sure no matter what Congress does, that the country keeps on succeeding, and that's what we're doing.
While much of Washington is pessimistic about the chances of a deal being reached before the September 30th deadline,
I think we're able to work through this, at the end of the day, get there.
House Speaker McCarthy trying to inject some optimism heading into what could be the final work week before a government shutdown.
It's time now for a first full check of your forecast, brought to you by Deborah Brose, attorneys at law. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack. We start off the day with some clouds. You're going to notice some heavy clouds around this morning, but we'll give way to more sunshine as we go later throughout the day. We take a live look at radar. You're seeing some showers out there towards Grayson County, say towards LaRue County, and places towards our north and east, even towards Greene County, seeing some of those showers right now as we take a little closer view, especially there towards LaRue County and also just south of Bardstown, where you're seeing those heavier showers. Generally, just seeing some light sprinkles out there in some locations. But for the most part, we actually have lots of dry weather across our portion of the weather world. We got a wave of low pressure there towards, say, Minnesota, but also towards the south. Notice we got some showers and storms there towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area, even some severe warnings there into portions of Texas. But as far as things go for us, it should be relatively dry and quiet. We start off with those clouds this morning. We take a look at the weather view courtesy of Kentucky Mesonet at the camera there. Notice the clouds that are overhead, but we're going to notice those clouds filtering out as we go throughout the next several hours. Temperatures, the current spread right now, generally seeing those numbers into the low 60s and even some middle 60s out there. 59 though in Gamelia as well as into Edmonton this morning. So it's a nice cool start to the morning. Those dew points also not oppressive. It feels pretty nice as you step out this morning. Here's the big picture. And there's that wave of low pressure I did mention towards Minnesota. And what we have is an elongated wave of low pressure. That's what this trough is as it's extending further towards the south. That's actually what is bringing us those clouds to start off this morning and a few of those showers. But as we go later throughout the day, we should expect things to trend drier for us and have more in the way of sunshine in store. Good news is this week we are expecting some rain, so that's certainly good news there. We can see a general half-inch upwards to an inch of rain, at least courtesy of the Weather Prediction Center, over the next stretch of days. This is going to be some much-needed rainfall across the area since we've been lacking on the rain over pretty much the last month or so. Rain chances with those temperatures as we take it over the next 7 days. Our best rain chances will be on Wednesday and Thursday, and that's going to be associated with a frontal boundary. It's going to be bringing us a few showers and even some storms through our skies as we go through parts of the day Wednesday and Thursday as well. Here's Futurecast. Notice those clouds still overhead by mid to late morning, but we'll see more sunshine in store as we go throughout the day today. I think this is overcooking with those temperatures, though. I think we're going to be somewhere around the lower to middle 80s today. As we go throughout the overnight time frame, temperatures into the 60s starting off for your Tuesday morning, maybe a few passing clouds in the mix. As we go throughout the day for your Tuesday, it should be mostly dry. Those rain chances really start to ramp up as we go into your Wednesday, and that's when I do expect at least some showers and storms to begin to cruise through our skies. Potentially as early as Wednesday morning is when we could be seeing some of those showers and storms cruising through. Here's that 7-day forecast with your weekend always in view. We'll be back with more News 40 Sunrise after the break.
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $348 per month lease on Rogue.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've suffered a personal injury, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
I made it to college football as a walk-on. None of the scholarship, but all the hard work. It wasn't glamorous, but it taught me to leave it all on the field. And that's exactly what I'll do as governor. Andy Beshear has failed us. He locked our schools and unlocked our jails. We can do better. I'm Daniel Cameron. I'm leaving it all on the field so the next generation inherits a quality education system, safer communities, and more prosperous families. Join me, and let's go win this thing.
Do you want to experience the sets? The picks? And you heard about Zombieland. You can only witness this at the house.
The Hilltoppers host Middle Tennessee Thursday, September 28th. Be sure to wear your best WKU red shirt. Purchase your tickets today. Go Tops!
Football Frenzy's back in South Central Kentucky.
WNKY News 40 is your home for high school football.
The most schools,
the most highlights,
the most coverage.
Catch Football Frenzy Friday nights at 10 on WNKY News 40.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is here.
You're going to bless people every day.
Something hits you in your heart. We're doing it all.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
Bruno! Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Get 0% financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum.
The Hollywood writers' strike may soon come to an end, with the Writers Guild of America finally announcing a tentative deal with the major studios. The union informed members overnight, calling the agreement, quote, exceptional. The WGA says no writers should return to work until they're authorized to do so. Today marks the 147th day since the writers' strike began back in May. Canada's union auto workers have voted to ratify a new 3-year contract with Ford that includes a 15% wage increase over the next 3 years. It covers more than 5,000 workers. This comes as the United Auto Workers strike expanded on Friday, with workers walking off the job at 38 General Motors and Stellantis plants across the U.S. The UAW says it's making good progress in talks with Ford, and so it spared the car company from the latest walkouts. And according to a report from the Financial Times, Danish toy maker Lego is walking back its promise to stop building bricks from oil-based plastics. The company had pledged to start making its toys with sustainable materials, but now it says if it did, the new Legos would lead to even higher carbon emissions. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Uber Eats is taking steps to make sure more people have access to fresh groceries. The company announced it will allow customers to use food stamps for food orders beginning next year. Uber says it is making the change as a way to reduce barriers to fresh groceries for those who are most vulnerable. And that won't be the only change the company is making next year. The company announced it will also begin to accept flexible spending account cards and flex cards that are issued through and managed Medicaid and Medicare Advantage. And the United Auto Workers Union expanded its strike against GM and Stellantis Friday. And next week, President Biden plans to join the picket lines in Michigan. Bradley Blackburn has the latest on the negotiations and how the strike could impact car owners.
What do we want? Contract!
From coast to coast, picket lines grew louder Friday.
We're out here fighting for what we deserve.
As the United Auto Workers Union turned up the heat on General Motors and Stellantis.
It is time for us to be treated fairly.
More than 5,600 workers joined the UAW strike Friday from 38 parts distribution centers. It means some car repairs could come to a screeching halt.
We supply parts to the dealers, so dealers have a limited amount of supply they're not going to be able to repair cars or do maintenance on vehicles.
They joined more than 13,000 union employees that were already striking at 3 plants in the Midwest. The union is demanding higher wages and better benefits and says car makers have seen record profits.
We got 6% in pay increases. CEOs got 40% pay increases. Meanwhile, the companies have made billions and billions in profit. So the consumers are being price gouged by these companies.
President Biden will travel to Detroit Tuesday to, quote, join the picket line and stand in solidarity with workers. Dealers say if the strike continues for months or expands further, car buyers may pay more.
It could drastically affect business, and it could affect prices in the marketplace.
GM and Stellantis claim they're bargaining in good faith, with GM calling the strike expansion unnecessary. Ford was not targeted by the new action because the union says they're making progress in negotiations.
Weather on the 4s brought to you by Deborah Bros Attorneys at Law. Today's forecast features Fletcher, and Fletcher says, happy fall, y'all. It's a nice start to the day, although we do have those clouds. It feels pretty nice out there. Temperatures right around the low to middle 60s this morning, and then those clouds will filter out, giving way for more sunshine later today. As far as those temperatures go right now, 62 in Glasgow, 63 in Scottsville. Checking in at Russellville at 61 degrees this morning, and we have those winds that are on the light and calm side. A few showers out there drifting towards Ohio County, there towards Grayson County, and this continues to drift off towards north and east. These are just generally some light showers out there this morning, and once those clouds filter out and those showers filter out again, it's going to be pretty nice today with lots of sunshine in store. And we got that trough that will continue to work its way off towards the east. Here's your commuter forecast on this Monday. The lunch run, 82 degrees, 83 for the PM drive. We're back with more News 40 Sunrise after this.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan.
What can moms do to build a good breast milk supply? Breastfeed early and often. Babies' eating patterns aren't always consistent. Feed whenever your baby is hungry. Follow your baby's hunger cues, such as making mouth movements and rooting for the breast. Removing milk from the breast tells the body to make more. Allow your baby to end the feeding and come off the breast on his own. If you have concerns about your infant's feeding or see signs of inadequate breast milk, contact a lactation professional and your healthcare provider.
News 40 is broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green. Join us weekdays for the latest news, sports, and weather from across the region. News 40, because local matters.
So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam. They have waffles. And splendid pools.
Book direct at choicehotels.com. Shop Macy's VIP sale now. Take an extra 30% off designer brands and save 15% on skincare, makeup, fragrances, and more. Plus, find incredible specials. Own your style at Macy's.
All week,
We're taking it back. It's Flashback Fall with some of Kelly's biggest moments. And next, Kelly, Dwayne Johnson.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40.
Welcome back. You're watching News 40 Sunrise. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack. We're starting the day with clouds out there, but that will give way to more sunshine. I'll have your full forecast coming up in the next little bit. The time is 6:27. It's time to get you caught up with the latest on the top stories.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's continue with our top stories. One organization spent their weekend looking to get you involved in spreading the word against suicide with an annual walk. On Sunday, the 11th annual Suicide Awareness Walk, better known as the Out of the Darkness Walk, kicked off. The Out of the Darkness Community Walk is a journey of remembrance, hope, and support. One organizer sat down with News 40 and shared with us why this walk means so much to our community and why we need it more than ever.
People are talking more about mental health since COVID. People are asking hard questions. They're talking more to their kids. However, it's still the second leading cause of death between the ages of 10 and 34. I mean, that's a huge number.
Simpson says the goal of this walk is to unite our community and provide an opportunity to acknowledge the ways in which suicide and mental health conditions have affected our lives. And if you or someone you love are struggling against the fight against suicidal thoughts, we want you to know that help is out there and it's closer than you may think. If you're looking for any nearby resources, you can call the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. That number is as simple as 988. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline has several other numbers that you can call. Those can be found on your screen. They have a number for English and Spanish speakers, as well as a resource for any deaf or hard of hearing folks. And if you're not able to call, you can text to talk to a trained crisis response operator. All you have to do is text HOME to 741-741. And our community stayed busy this weekend as the Family Enrichment Center held their annual Yellowstone fundraiser. Saturday, many of you came out for the Family Enrichment Center to raise money for their adopted foster program and help them support local families with food, games, and music from Tyrone Dunn and kinfolk. It was a night of fun in the name of for a great cause. One official with the Enrichment Center sat down with News 40 and let us know exactly who's benefiting from the money raised at an event like this.
Tonight's event is actually going to benefit our foster adoptive program and support the local families and with training and just support for children who are in foster care.
To find out all of the great events that this organization does, you can visit their website at FamilyEnrichmentCenter.com. And local nonprofit Phoenix Rising is advocating and empowering sex trafficking victims while shedding light on a common misconception about how victims are trafficked. Many people have gone viral on social media platforms saying marks were left on their cars that they believe by people wishing to abduct them. In reality, many times those marks have been left by the car dealership before they purchased the vehicle and just never noticed it, leading to many misconceptions about how many people become victims of sex trafficking. A board member with Phoenix Rising says most people assume these crimes are committed by strangers, but that's simply not true. The majority of human trafficking situations are familial and can be closer than you think.
We try to help people understand that no, this is happening in our communities, in our backyards. Children that you are seeing go into our local schools, that these things are happening to. And oftentimes, even the children that are victims don't necessarily recognize themselves as victims.
Yates also shares that there are many resources offered for people to learn how to communicate with victims. Visit our website, WNKY.com, for more information about Phoenix Rising. That was the final look at this morning's top stories. Now it's time to see who needs a forever home in today's Pet of the Day.
Welcome back on today's Pet of the Day, sponsored by Morgantown Bank and Trust. Here we have Lilo, a very sweet little girl. She's about 6 years old. She's definitely going to need a calmer environment and not really any areas where they have younger kids. She's a little sensitive. And if you want to go ahead and come down and accept Lilo into your home, you can come down to the Warren County Humane Society.
Oh, look at Lilo there. Just seems so adorable. But of course, needs a calm environment.
She brings calmness to me. Just looking at her, I feel calm. So she, definitely needs a quieter household. But she should be the perfect pup for your family. So you can adopt Lilo today from the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society.
Well, coming up after the break, I'm going to help you plan out your day the News 40 way. Don't go anywhere.
Pictionary. Every weekday, Pictionary on NBC 40.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way. It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well. It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
And done.
Can we just call my dad now? Gorilla Glue.
Of course. Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong and versatile, even outdoors. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Teens have drama.
One more minute.
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
By getting to know you and keeping you informed every step of the way.
And by dealing with the insurance companies and the paperwork and all of the other hassles that just add to your worries.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
We know you're going through a lot. Reaching out for help should be painless.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
The time is 6:34. Weather on the 4s to get you out the door. Brought to you by Deborah Bros, attorneys at law. We take a look at the WKU farm, courtesy of Kentucky Mesonet this morning. Weather view there. Notice the clouds that are overhead. We got some clouds that will be overhead this morning, but this will filter out and give more in the way for sunshine as we go later throughout the day today. So otherwise, it's going to be another great day on tap. Temperatures into the 60s right now, 62 in Glasgow as well as into Scottsville, Munfordville at 60 degrees. Edmonton, you were at 59 degrees. You're now at 60. As far as those winds go, we got those winds on the light and calm side to start off this morning. Seeing some showers that is continuing to drift off towards the north and east, pretty much towards northern Hart counties where you could be seeing some light sprinkles this morning. The broad view, though, pretty dry for the most part. We've got a wave of low pressure top Minnesota there. That is going to continue to drift off towards the east, and then as it does so, we'll give way and more in the way of sunshine for us as we go later throughout the day. We plan out your day the News 40 way. Temperatures into the middle 80s this afternoon with lots of sunshine. Notice by 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, even 5 o'clock, it's going to be pretty nice weather-wise with abundant sunshine. Coming up, your full forecast, though, I am going to be tracking some rain chances, but for now, I'll send it over to Ashley.
Thank you, Darius. It's time now for your Monday edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And with me in studio this morning are Laura Lee Stevens and Krista Steenbergen here to tell us all about the details for this year's Spot Fest. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning.
This is such a fun event, and I love talking about it. And we were just saying how busy fall is, but it's one of these events that you just do not want to miss. So share with us what Spot Fest is.
So Spot Fest is Spot Fest for Fitness Festival, Fest for Festival. We started several years ago and going back to our original concept of doing a fundraiser, and this year we've chosen the Foundry, and it's a community kind of fitness event where there's classes going on simultaneously. The Spot and Spot Stretch put the event on. So it starts at 5. You can choose to take a Pilates chair class, a Pilates mat class, a yoga class, or a spin class. And those classes are going on simultaneously. And then when the first round's over, then another group of people come in and take another round of classes. So you can choose to do 2 sets if you would like.
That sounds like such a great way to be active and involved in helping the Foundry. So share with us what the Foundry is for those who may not know.
So the Foundry is a preschool in the west end of Bowling Green, and the west end of Bowling Green is one of the most depressed areas in the entire state of Kentucky. There are a lot of immigrants in the area and a lot of low income. And what we're doing with this preschool in the west end is teaching these kids that they can win, and we have around a 90% readiness rate as they go into kindergarten, and that is a lot higher than the state's average rate. So we're very proud of that. And if they go into school with the kindergarten readiness rate, then their reading rate in the 3rd grade tends to be at rate. Then, you know, graduation rates are higher, and we are hoping to just raise that entire area up and bring Bowling Green to an exciting place. So
a wonderful program to help with another wonderful program and event. So tell us the details once more and how people can get involved.
Details, Spot Fest, it's October the 12th, and it will be at One Roof, which is a downtown local event space. So I like to keep it small and local as much as we can.
Absolutely. Do you need to pre-register
yes,
for events?
Yes, you do. So you can find that on Eventbrite is what's hosting it right now, or you can find the link on our social media, Instagram, Facebook, the Spot BG 326.
Perfect. Well, it sounds like a wonderful event benefiting a wonderful cause. So ladies, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. That was another look at this morning's Sunrise Spotlight. When we return, meteorologist Darius Mack is back with a full look at this morning's forecast. Stay with us.
My name's Al Fazalahi. Had a terrible T-bone accident. Gentleman blew a stop sign and broadsided me. Airbags went off. I got knocked around really badly. The first lawyer I called didn't return my call. And then I just said, well, you know what? I called Morgan & Morgan. They were in touch with me every step of the way, whether it was by phone call or by text message or Zoom meetings or emails. It made things extremely simple for me. That was a seamless process. It's so easy.
Hey y'all, it's Bree with the Pie Queen's Pantry. Don't miss this week's episode. We're making my favorite decadent pecan bars. See you this week on the Pie Queen's Pantry.
Whoa! Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. New customers, download the app now to get $200 in bonus bets when we go live. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services by Attorney Trey Days. Attention all business owners. Did you own a business with 4 or more full-time W-2 employees between October 2020 and September 2021? If so, you may be entitled up to $26,000 per employee as part of the CARES Act. Don't miss out on your opportunity for compensation. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-613-5408.
After Potter Gray and Drakes Creek were named Blue Ribbon Schools, News 40 highlighted the achievement. When the new Warren Elementary School broke ground, News 40 was there.
For a community that's continuing to grow, we know that this is a vital asset.
Aviation Heritage Park set to open a new museum. News 40 brings the details. As the WKU Marching Band gets ready to march in London, News 40 joins the celebration.
WNKY News 40, because local matters.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back. The time is about 6:41. Another full check of your forecast. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack. We're starting off the morning with clouds out there and even a few showers in some locations, but for the most part, we are mostly dry out there. We take a little radar tour towards Hart County. A few light sprinkles there just east of I-65 towards Elizabethtown, also seeing some showers. And then there towards LaRue County, crossing over maybe towards Marion County. And this is all where you're seeing those oranges and kind of those yellows, maybe some heavier showers out there. But otherwise, it's mostly dry across the region. You're seeing some showers and storms there towards Texas, where they even have some severe warning storms there, even towards Louisiana. But we do have a wave of low pressure towards Minnesota, and essentially that is what is actually giving us a little bit of some unsettled weather this morning, mainly in the form of those clouds. We take a look at the weather views across the region. Butler County, notice those clouds overhead. Take a look at the WKU farm. Temperatures generally into the low 60s out there. It's 63 degrees at the WKU farm, 65 at the Bowling Green Regional Airport. We've got the general temperature spread out there right around 60 degrees. It's 59 currently in Gamelia. Here are those dew points, generally into the low 60s as well, so it's a comfortable start to the morning, nothing oppressive out there. The big picture, again, that wave of low pressure, and what we have is a trough, and what this is an elongated area of low pressure that is extending essentially from Minnesota all the way down towards the south, and then also combined with this frontal boundary that's somewhat stationary across the deep south that's also bringing lots of unsettled weather, mainly again in the form of clouds across our region. Possible rainfall, though, as we go over the next stretch of days. We've been lacking rain really over the last month or so. We are expecting some rain this week. Not a lot, but it will be some needed rainfall as we go over the next stretch of days, with our best rain chances being on Wednesday and Thursday. And temperatures will also be trending a little bit above normal as we go over the next few days as well. I think our normal high should be right around 80 degrees for this time of year, so we're going to be somewhere into the middle 80s as we go for a few days this week. Futurecast as we go throughout the day. Notice by mid to late morning we still got those clouds overhead. Those clouds will filter out, giving more in the way for sunshine for us, so it will be a pretty nice, pleasant afternoon for us. As far as things go tonight, temperatures dropping down into the 60s, especially as we start off early into your Tuesday. We'll have a few passing clouds in the mix for your Tuesday weather. Temperatures into the 80s. I think it's overcooking those numbers, though, for us. I think we're going to be somewhere around the low to middle 80s by your Tuesday afternoon. And then notice shower chances and even a few storm chances that will be possible as it goes early into your Wednesday morning, with waves of showers that will press through our skies. This will be for parts of the day Wednesday and as well as into your Thursday as well. Here's your 7-day forecast, and notice as we go over the next stretch of days, again, our best rain chance Wednesday and Thursday. Going to be trending drier for your food truck Friday. Temperatures generally into the 80s, and then your pest cast presented by Guarantee Pest Control. Now it's time to wish our friends happy birthday in today's Soki's Birthday Club.
My dad and I started Blankenship & Sons Pest Control in 1975. We came to the family farm here and decided we'd open our own business here.
I was the only one working it for a while, but it expanded real fast.
In 2000, we purchased Guarantee Pest Control, and we operate both companies exactly the same training, same everything. What we like to do is use traditional values and mix them with new technologies to come to the best possible outcome.
We live the bug life. You can bug us anytime.
At Brewster's, we believe life is a celebration. Don't limit yourself to birthdays or holidays. Create a custom cake anytime. Our creamy homemade ice cream catapults the ordinary into the extraordinary. Treat yourself today at Brewster's.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. As soon as you call us, our truck response team can jump into action, gathering evidence, talking to witnesses, getting police reports, and reconstructing the accident in order to build a powerful legal case for you. We're your on-the-scene big truck team. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman. Truck wreck? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Get a little spooky with your favorite pup at the inaugural Pupkin 5K Run and Walk, October 28th at Buchanan Park. Sign up for early bird registration now and receive a free t-shirt and pumpkin. For more info, visit warrenpl.org.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
It's time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40, because local matters. The Jennifer Hudson Show is here.
You're going to bless people every day.
Something hits you in your heart.
We're doing it all.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
After 50 years of waiting, a time capsule from 1973 has finally been opened at the Logan County Courthouse. Though much of what was inside was damaged by the years of time in the ground, some pieces are still recognizable and can be confirmed. This is due to a newspaper article listing what officials placed inside the capsule half a century ago.
Upon opening it, we were a little discouraged to find that a lot of things have kind of disintegrated over the years. However, we were able to recover a lot of really cool items or things that we can at least tell what they were.
Officials say a police uniform, jewelry, music records, and photos were just a few of the items discovered in the capsule. An additional capsule containing items representative of 2023 from the community was buried today and will be opened in another 50 years. And just hours before the weeks-long Logan County Tobacco and Heritage Festival is set to begin, the grand finale performer canceled his appearance after he says his sexuality and musical performance were called into question. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey went to Russellville to find out more.
The Tobacco and Heritage Festival is a Logan County tradition, and for Mac, being able to play the finale of his hometown event was a huge deal.
It was made aware to me that there were people in the town that were very upset that they would have a gay person headline the festival.
Mac alleges that members of the Logan County community told the Chamber of Commerce that they would protest his show for what they saw as a violation of the family-friendly atmosphere of the festival.
I think the best move forward is to cancel the show and let them book someone else who will not be as controversial, I guess. I'm really sad about it.
Some residents in Logan County are very upset that Mac felt compelled to cancel his performance. People like Brian Preston, owner of Roxanne's Place in downtown Auburn.
I mean, it's 2023. We can't do this. We are better people. The people of Logan County don't represent who canceled it.
The Logan County Chamber of Commerce released a statement saying, "While we did not request for Mac to cancel, we respect his decision." In Logan County, because local matters, Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
When we return, we'll find out how you can start your day the News 40 way. Plus, meteorologist Darius Mack is back with a quick check of your forecast. Stay close.
Every Tuesday evening, now through October, from 5 to dusk, come join us and go cruising for a cure. Rev up for fun, fellowship, and cool cars. Cruise on in behind Brewster's Real Ice Cream on Scottsville Road in the Southern Lanes parking lot. We're raising money for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, the Alzheimer's Association, and Hospice of Southern Kentucky. Join us now for Cruising for a Cure. Presented by J.C. Kirby & Son Funeral Chapels.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan makes starting a claim easy. You don't even have to leave your couch. Done. Just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. Now back to this.
We were rounding a curve whenever I noticed a tractor in the road. At the time, I didn't know that the tractor was turning, and he turned into my car. And she showed that she cared. I know how Flora works, and I know how she was with my case, and she's determined, and that's what it takes.
Everything new. Wow, fancy. The Queen Rilla!
I've had 2 country hits.
I've had more than 2.
I can read anyone.
You're the science guy.
That's Bill Nye. I'm actually the behavioral science guy. I'm impressed.
Let's take this thing for a spin.
All week, we're taking it back. It's Flashback Fall with some of Kelly's biggest moments. And next, Kelly, Dwayne Johnson.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40. WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
Welcome back to the show. So, you know, a lot goes into producing news for Sunrise every morning, and many of you have heard that iconic jingle hit your TV screens.
That's right, Ashley, and even though that jingle is very popular, it has taken many months and a lot of hard work to get it ready for the show. So here's a sneak peek at actually what goes on behind the scenes.
Let's check it out.
It's important to start your day off right. WNKY News 40 Sunrise with Ashley Wilson, Darius Mack, and Tommy Modesto brings you the latest in local news, weather, and positive stories. Recently, WNKY teamed up with Stephen Arnold Music to produce a track at Omnisound Studios in Nashville that captures the spirit of the broadcast. Waking Up My Day's Emmy-nominated producer Greg Barnhill isn't new to television. Barnhill's credits include music for The Today Show, Tennessee Titans, Nashville Predators, and some of television's most beloved shows. The secret behind his success? The ability to hook viewers with memorable lyrics and music.
I'd always gravitate toward those things that were earworms. Every word has to make people feel good. It has to make you get, man, it just makes you want to get up, and it's life. You know, it's just this spark of alive, waking up in the morning. And you want to capture that and feel like, you know, make it joyous.
To bring Waking Up My Day to life, Barnhill sought out the right vocalist. With music featured in the 2020 Olympics and over 500,000 Spotify listeners, Elena Cross was the perfect fit. Cross believes that the collaboration with Stephen Arnold Music provides the perfect jumpstart for your day and holds a special place in her heart.
Honestly, this is such a fun project, like getting to do this with Greg. And honestly, like in the past, I've also had friends reach out and be like, okay, this is really random, and I know you don't live here, but I feel like you're singing the song that I hear when I wake up every morning. And I was like, that is me.
Out the door, I'm waking up my day. Yeah, I'm waking up my day.
For WNKY News 40 from Nashville, Tennessee, I'm Julie Milam.
I just love how catchy the tune is. It
Honestly,
really, I could wake up to, that could be my alarm to
Your
wake up
alarm?
in the morning. Because
Yeah.
it's friendly, it's bubbly, it gets me excited for the mornings. And we hope it does for you as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. It shows that there's a lot of work that goes on just
Definitely.
for a couple of seconds, to be honest. I mean, that took months of work, of hard work on our part and on their part. A lot of coordination there, but it is fantastic. But you know, Darius, speaking of fantastic, this weather, it seems like.
Yeah, it's pretty nice out there. We take a look at the WKU farm, courtesy of Kentucky Mesonet out there, and look at the beautiful views out there. We are tracking just those pleasant conditions. And as far as things go out there, as we go throughout the day today, those temperatures will generally be into the 60s to start off this morning. Hello there, guys. Right now, those numbers are into the 60s. 61 in Glasgow, 62 into Scottsville. We have those winds that are on the light and a calm side this morning. Radar showing a few of those showers that are drifting through portions of south central Kentucky skies there towards Grayson County and even towards LaRue County and Marion County. But otherwise today, just plan for dry weather as we go throughout the most part with lots of sunshine. It's going to be a pretty fantastic day overall. I'll have your 7-day forecast, though. That's coming up as we're wrapping up the show, the News 40 Sunrise Way, right after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
What does it mean when we say, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done? It means getting a powerful law firm on your side, one with a proven record of success. And it means the peace of mind of never paying us a fee unless we get money for you. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
There are so many different ways that you can volunteer at Hope Harbor. I am a part of the fundraising committee. I'm a hospital advocate, so I'm able to be there for those survivors. There is no one else that does this type of work like we do when we go to the hospitals and support those survivors.
The work that I do through Hope Harbor means really everything to me. Being a survivor myself, the organization allows me to provide the care and the support that I wasn't afforded.
There are so many ways to help Hope Harbor accomplish their mission, ending sexual violence.
At WNKY News 40, we're always on. WNKY.com has the latest in breaking news, local headlines, weather forecasts, and sports highlights. WNKY News 40, because local matters.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Most people look at the scene of a truck crash and just see a bad car accident. But at Hughes & Coleman, we know there's more to it. An overloaded trailer, signs of poor maintenance, or a trucking company pushing drivers beyond their limits. If you've been injured in a crash, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, call Crocker Law Firm.
It was a busy weekend for Bowling Green in South Central Kentucky, and I was fortunate enough to go to the Yellowstone event for the Family Enrichment Center. And gosh, what a fun night. Just people coming together, having a great time, but all for a great cause, raising money for the Family Enrichment Center for foster and adoptive care programs, because there are so many kids in the community that in the state of Kentucky, I think they said over 2,600 kids in the foster care system and like 1,100 in Bowling Green in this area.
Wow.
I think those are the numbers correct.
That's incredible.
They might be wrong, but just to hear the story, and our Julie Milam, our general manager, she was there. She was the MC. Beautiful story. Got to share with us, and just hearing these stories about our community alone. Sometimes we live in a bubble. And to hear about the different things that our community does, like today, talking about Spot Fest for the Foundry, for these children preschool age that need to be kindergarten ready, and so they're learning. And the Foundry does such amazing work. We are so blessed with awesome organizations in our area that help provide resources for kids and families, and so it was a great event, and I was proud to be a part of it. So I'm proud to be here in Bowling Green.
Absolutely. There was just, so much going on. I was able to go to the Aviation Park Museum.
Oh, was that amazing?
Opened up. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. And I love the flyover. I love the flyover. I love flyovers. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, it gets you right up all in the field.
If I could get a flyover for like my birthday, I totally would.
We'll talk to our friends over at the Aviation Heritage Park.
Yeah, I don't know if my neighbors would like the roar of a jet engine flying by, but
talk about being a big deal.
Yeah, no, seriously, we'll see. But it was a ton going on this weekend. But we had fantastic weather, though.
Yeah, and I wasn't here for most of that because I just flew back in from Florida, but, noticed the little tan. But as far as things go, really the weekend was pretty fantastic, at least for the time I was here. As we go over the next stretch of days, we got some rain that's moving in, especially Wednesday and Thursday, and that's when we are going to be tracking some rain chances, maybe a few showers and storms, especially on Thursday. That's our best rain chance out of this week, and then things are drier for us into the weekend, guys.
All right. Thank you, Darius, and we're so glad you're back. Welcome home.
Glad to be back.
We'll see you all right back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., but stick around because your network news is